it.
MIYA Anderson lost her brother Lonnie to gun violence in 2009. He was shot and killed in their Germantown neighborhood. Since then, she knew she wanted to be a cop.
I had some really good police officers that helped me and my family out during the time, and that really kind of sealed the deal. I wanted to be that person that, helped people out.
When she first tried out for the police academy in 2017, she says she was rejected. She put down on her application that she was honorably discharged from the National Guard.
They said that I falsified by saying that I was honorably discharged and not generally discharged.
MIYA only served in the National Guard for 4 months. She left because of her pregnancy, and due to the short nature of her service, she was given an uncharacterized discharge. When she applied to the police academy again last year, she knew what to put down. She was given a conditional offer to the academy pending a background investigation.
I passed everything with no problems, and this time, I believe Wednesday before the class started on Monday, they brought up a car accident that my sister was involved in.
MIYA had lent her sister her car in 2017. Her sister crashed it, but the accident went on MIYA's record. MIYA says her rejection letter faulted a poor driving record as one of the reasons for her rejection to the academy. The second reason was poor work history, which she says was from when she was working odd jobs as a teenager. She was heartbroken.
I feel like that was just very unfair, and the only reason behind it is because I'm black. Honestly, to be totally honest, that's just what it is.
Poor driving record, poor work history, poor credit history. These are the reasons that people don't make it through the process.
David Fisher is head of the local chapter of the National Black Police Association. He is familiar with MIYA's story and that of many others like her. He says the cop selection process is arbitrary and racist. We spoke with several other black men and women who were rejected from the police academy, some more than once. They all believe they were subject to racial bias. Some of those rejected applicants work for other police agencies and have even gone to the same academy as Philly PD officers. Remember, Philadelphia is 44% black, 34% white, 15% Hispanic, and 8% Asian. According to Philly PD stats, most of the candidates of color who apply to the police academy do not get in. About 70% of academy applicants are black, Hispanic, Asian, or other. Yet in the last year, only 29% of recruits were people of color. In January's class, no black recruits made the cut.
That class alone told me how much racism and implicit bias is inside the police department, that nobody took notice of that.
Captain TYRELL McCoy is in charge of recruitment at the police academy. He took over the position in December. McCoy says he was disappointed by the lack of diversity in the January class.
I'm taking that in-depth look now to make sure that that never happens again.
So that's a problem for you?
Absolutely, absolutely. Personally, I would like to see a more diverse group of folks within our police academy.
McCoy wouldn't comment on Anderson's case or others whom we spoke to about their academy rejection. He says after someone passes the basics, reading and agility test, then comes a psychological evaluation and a background investigation. What are some of the things that would disqualify somebody in that process?
Well, it's very hard to say because we take it on a case-by-case basis. Of course, there are a lot of variables that we consider throughout the process.
The number of black officers in the police department has been dropping since 2000. That was around the same time that a consent decree requiring the city to hire a certain number of black police officers expired. A 1990 federal court order mandated that the city have the same percentage of black recruits as the percentage of black applicants. So if 50% of applicants were black, then the next academy class would have to be half black.
The consent decree was put there so that we could get on this job. If without it, I'd be just another rank still trying to become a Philadelphia police officer.
The police department went from 24% black in 1990 to 35% black in 2000. Now, 30% of the force is black. Jeremy Wilson studies police hiring and recruitment. He says for many decades, police departments have denied applicants of all races due to criminal history, prior drug use, and debt.
If people have financial debt, then that might suggest that they make poor decisions or that somehow they'll be susceptible to graft and corruption in order to meet their debt obligations.
Wilson says some departments are starting to ease up on some of the traditional restrictions. Philly PD says it is calling previously rejected applicants and encouraging them to apply again.
With police reform being echoed throughout the nation, we're looking at a diverse field of applicants to take on this job that are ready and willing to serve, and now's the time.
MCCOY says the department will be holding information sessions so that the candidates applying for the academy can be better prepared. As for MIYA, she says she'll be applying to the academy for a third time. For the investigators, I'm Claudia Vargas, NBC10 News.